Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. May I have your attention, please? Good afternoon, and welcome to this exciting event. Thank you for joining us. I'm Charles Donato, Chairman of the Virginia Capital Trail Foundation. The Virginia Capital Trail, once complete in 2015, will be a 53-mile paved multi-use trail connecting Richmond to Williamsburg along historic Route 5. We're here today to recognize the latest achievement in the trail's evolution, the renovation and rededication of Great Shiplock Park, the official western trailhead of the Capital Trail. It is a day of appreciation and anticipation for what's been accomplished and what's still ahead. Thanks to the people here, you, the project supporters, and your civic-minded leaders, hundreds of thousands of residents and visitors will be welcomed to the trail by this rejuvenated park. Thank you, Mayor Jones, for making the trail a priority, for your ongoing leadership and support of the Trailhead project, and to your staff for helping us bring this across the finish line. Especially Chris Beschler, Suzette Denslow, Byron Marshall, Larry Miller, who worked hard to keep this project moving forward. Thank you, RVA Construction, Mattson Roberts and his crew, and the Architecture firm, 3 North, Jay Hugo and Jill Nolt, for your vision and partnership. Thank you to our partners at the Virginia Department of Transportation for your steady work building this trail. We're happy to say that Great Shiplock Park will continue to improve. In fact, Capital Trees is currently raising money for a phase 2 of the project, which will include trees along the canal. We've also been further challenged to continue thinking big. Other ideas include making even more green space by creatively redesigning the parking, adding picnic tables and water fountains. To make sure everyone knows about this beautiful spot, the Virginia Capital Trail Foundation is also working on a mobile web presence where anyone can use their smartphone to find out where to go and what else to do while in Richmond. I'm pleased to announce we also got a $25,000 Google grant to upgrade our maps. We're going to make it all part of the overall trail experience. Good things continue to happen. For now, we owe a big thank you to the Great Shiplock Park Trailhead donors. You continue to enhance Richmond's outdoor experience and add to the quality of our outdoor amenities and a growing sense of civic pride. We're very pleased to have representatives from each of these donors here with us today. From MWV, represented by Ned Massey. Dominion, Dominion, represented by Tom Farrell. Mr. and Mrs. James Ucrop. We do bank at Union First Market Bank. The Robert G. Cabell III and Maud Morgan Cabell Foundation. The Mary Morton Parsons Foundation, represented by Rip Whittiff. Capital Trees, represented by Meg Turner. The Trigg family, represented by Billy Trigg. CSX Corporation, represented by Robert Shin. Luck Companies, represented by Rich Hart. And the Richmond Historic Riverfront Foundation, represented by Brent Halsey. And finally, we'd like to recognize Whit Clement, former State Secretary of Transportation under Governor Mark Warner. Without his early vision and leadership, the Virginia Capital Trail project would never have happened. Way back in 1996, Secretary Clement initiated a study on the feasibility of constructing a bike path between Richmond and Williamsburg along historic Route 5. We've recognized his contribution by having a bench installed right here beside the trailhead. Let's tell Mr. Clement how happy we are he had this idea. Thank you. Estimates show the Virginia Capitol Trail will be transformative to the downtown area, bringing over 200,000 trail users per year in the short term and more than 500,000 people per year once word spreads. The downtown Richmond of the portion of the trail is scheduled to be complete by next summer. The rest of the trail will be complete by summer of 2015 in time for the UCI World Road Cycling Championships, when we know the eyes of the world will be on the city of Richmond. This park is a shining example of how public-private partnerships work and can make things happen. In fact, the Virginia Capitol Trail Foundation has a mission to enhance the trail experience for all. This park is the latest installment of that vision. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Norman Merrifield, head of the Departments of Parks and Recreation for the City of Richmond.
Well, good afternoon. On behalf of the city's Department of Parks, Recreation, and Community Facilities, let me just say we are thrilled to be with you this afternoon for this great event here at Great Shiplock Park and Chapel Island. The enhancements to this facility will obviously attract many, many users for years to come to enjoy our great outdoors. The enhancements will also add to Richmond's growing reputation as being a great active recreation center, a great active river city, and certainly a bicycle-friendly community, as we can see behind us. Both from an environmental and health perspective, our parks provide a great place to live here in Richmond. You know, as a great park and recreation educator at Texas A&M, his name is Dr. Crompton, reminds us that parks are not only, and trails as well as natural resources, are not only tremendous amenities for our health, our wellness, our youth, our aging population, but they are also, as you heard earlier, economic drivers for our community. As a matter of fact, resources such as this, according to Dr. Crompton's calculations, can add as much as 25% appreciation to homes and resources in the community, which is tremendously significant. Also, I think that each of you will agree with me that in today's society, and particularly among our youth, these types of resources that we are here today to dedicate are so critically important. They are so critically important because our youngsters are living in a day of what? Technology. And technology is good, but it has to be kept in perspective. And as we like to say in the park and recreation business, and I think you'll agree again, that balance provides the quality of life that we all desire, and particularly for our young people. Many of you probably have read the text from Richard Love, Leave No Child Inside. We know of the education program, Leave No Child Inside or Behind, but there's another, Leave No Child Inside, and that is simply to expose our young people to the great outdoors, to these beautiful, wonderful amenities. And let me just say on behalf of the Park and Recreation, the City Park and Recreation Department, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that our young people are exposed to these programs and these beautiful environments. And of course, this trail connects to our Cannon Creek Trail, which we are working to complete in the very near future, which will add even more users and opportunities for health, wellness, exercise, and just plain fun. I would like to just mention a few people to thank as well for their part in this wonderful resource, and also allowing the Chapel Island to develop to the extent that it has in its wonderful design. First, I'd like to thank Mayor Dwight Jones and for his leadership and vision and overall support for great parks in our community. Also, Mr. Brian Marshall, CAO for the city, also a great supporter of what we're trying to do here in terms of parks, recreation, and leisure education. I'd like to thank the board, the Virginia Capital Trail Foundation, obviously, for their role in this, which is obviously significant, and Bob Stidell, Director of the Department of Public Utilities for the City of Richmond. I want to thank him for their collaboration, cooperation, and work in relationship to Chapel Island, which they oversee. Thank you again for allowing us to be a part of this wonderful dedication. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Merrifield. These kinds of partnerships cannot succeed without tremendous success and support from all levels of government. I'd like to introduce Councilwoman Cynthia Newbill, whose district this park resides.
Hello, everyone. Wow. Hello, everyone. Usually, well, let me first say good afternoon. And Mr. Mayor, all assembled, the foundation members, the contributors. Usually I would say to Mr. Mayor, this is a great day in the 7th District East End of Richmond. But what I said to him earlier is I had to really bump that up a few notches, because not only is this a great day in the East End, 7th District, this is a great day in our city, it's a great day in our region, it's a great day in our Commonwealth, and it's a great day in our world. So, Mr. Mayor, we've really outdone ourselves this time. The completion of the Great Shiplock Park Trailhead, while only one component of the Virginia Capital Trail, is a major accomplishment, which will serve as an extraordinary and unparalleled historical connector, connecting our capital city, so Richmond to Williamsburg to Jamestown, over its approximate 53-mile expanse when it's completed. It's going to also serve as a health connector. It will encourage a healthier lifestyle, providing opportunities for people of all ages and abilities to participate in hiking and walking and mountain biking and running and inline skating and a few other things, just sitting and pondering as folks pass. It's also a health connector in terms of encouraging neighborhood and economic health and vitality throughout our communities. And third, it is a host connector. When completed in 2015, as our speaker before said, in time for the UCI Road World Cycling Championships, it will connect the world to Richmond, it will connect the world to our region, it will connect the world to our city, it will connect the world to our district. And so I am just so excited. Give that a minute. They'll be here then as well. Okay. So I really would like to express my sincere thanks and appreciation to the Virginia Capital Trail Foundation, its many supporters and that were mentioned earlier, to the city administration and staff for your visionary leadership, your fundraising prowess in terms of raising local, state, regional, and national fundraising, and your advocacy for the completion of this Great Shiplock Park Trailhead. This is a world attraction. This is a world-class attraction. And it also includes, even though it focused on the Great Shiplock Park Trailhead. It also includes the revitalization of Chapel Island. In addition, with the addition of the, I haven't seen it yet, but the non-motorized boat launch, a half-mile trail, and significantly enhanced access to about 5.6 acres of riverfront parkland. And so with that, with this ceremony today, we really do have reason to be very proud and very pleased and very excited to have the world's eyes on us. And so, Mr. Mayor and all assembled, the foundation funders, again, I simply say thank you on behalf of certainly, again, the citizens of the East End, the city of Richmond, the region, the Commonwealth, and certainly eyes will be on us from the world. This will be that historical connector. This will be that health connector, and we will be the host in 2015. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Newbill. Next, we thought it would be nice to hear from someone who can speak to the economic impact of the Virginia Capitol Trail. I'd like to introduce Bonnie Whitaker, owner of Cull's Courthouse Grill in Charles City County, for a few words. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for letting me take a couple minutes to just tell you what you all can look forward to as this trail develops all the way down Route 5. I am from Charles City, which is hard for me to believe we're going to be connected directly to Richmond. It's wonderful. I am just, it's about 25 minutes down east, down the beautiful Route 5, which people just love to bicycle on already. And the beauty of it and the economic advantages have flowed throughout Charles City. We opened for business in 2009, and my son and I together as partners, Cullen, which some of y'all have met already. He is there today handling business, so he elected me to come speak. He oversees most of the success of the grill. And we've been blessed with wonderful local talented cooks and servers that love waiting on all of our bicyclers. And they offer hearty food and unforgettable atmosphere and experience when you come to Charles City. This restaurant supports 13 families in this little town. And honestly, if it was not for the Capitol Trail, I'm pretty sure we would not be in business the way small restaurants have gone today. The Virginia Trail cyclers have become more than customers. They've become our friends. I love providing homemade brownies to the Cap to Cap event across the road from the grill. Every year, we've been doing it now for 4 years. And luckily, I have a lot of people that come in to make sure we're going to be there next year. And we've even named a couple of our meals on our menu after some of our guests that come in. We now have one from one of our frequent visitors, Winky's Last Stop Salad. So when Winky and Juanita come in every week, it's named after them. Because of this being a success for our restaurant, we've been able to contribute regularly to Charles City schools, the churches in our area, Relay for Life that they have the event every year, our sheriff department funds, which are very important, and fundraisers for catastrophic local situations that have happened in Charles City, and many more things. When this trail is completed, we have great visions of our restaurant profiting and growing with the trail, full of happy cyclers, the young ones and the older ones. It is nothing more fun than to see the families come in with 2 or 3 little children. Some of them have training wheels. Some of them are pulled in little carriages, but it is just a beautiful lifestyle that you all have brought to Charles City, which actually has invigorated most of our residents to get out and to do it. We have joggers, we have cyclers, but we look forward to this growing and becoming the Appalachian Trail of the cyclers down the East Coast. So everybody, we have people that have left California riding the trails to stop in. And we've got a sign-up sheet where they've signed where they're from and where they're traveling to. They've even emailed us, and they've sent pictures of their trips. And it's opened a whole new world for our county. So I really appreciate Beth and everyone on the committee and the mayor for being behind this. And it's going to do nothing but open doors from Richmond to Williamsburg. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie. Appreciate you being with us here today. Next, it's now my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Dwight Jones, Mayor of the City of Richmond. Mayor Jones.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is a delight to be here today and to share in this historic moment. I have two good pieces of news for you, two great announcements. The first is, Cynthia, yes, this is a great day in the East End, but it's a great day in the region, and I know that all of us are excited about that. The second announcement I have is that they gave me 10 minutes to speak, but they made me fifth on the list, so everything I was supposed to say has already been said, and so you're lucky enough to only have 2 minutes. And so it's a delight to be able to come and kind of ditto everything that has been said, and to tell you that this is a treasure for our area and for our region. And just to hear a resident or an entrepreneur from Charles City talk about connectivity with Richmond in glowing terms is something that is certainly something that we are delighted to hear. This is going to be an economic driver for downtown, but it's also going to be an economic driver for the rest of the region. We know that the first piece of this was completed in 2009. We hope to get to Rockets Landing by 2014, and we will be done in time for the World Cycling Championships in 2015. And we're going to be ready when the world comes. When the world comes to see Richmond, we're going to be ready with the Capitol Trail going from Richmond to Williamsburg. The only thing that really hasn't been said is that I want to tell you about a contract that the City of Richmond has entered into for work to be done on Chapel Island and Browns Island, and that contract is to complete some priority efforts as it relates to our riverfront development. And we're looking forward to having a terrace on the river where residents will be able to actually put their feet in the water and feel the midst of the wonderful James River blushing their faces. And then the second piece is the Brown Island Dam Walk, which will connect the 1865 exhibit to the flood walk in Manchester with a reinforced and updated walkway extending over a section of the river. And so we have the Capitol Trail, but we also have efforts and we have significant movement in terms of implementing our riverfront plan. We are going to be, I used to say we are going to be a Tier 1 city, but I'm changing that. We are a Tier 1 city because things in Richmond are looking up, and we delight this morning in being featured in the New York Times that is being read all over the country, and we delight in all of the attention that we have received with the Redskins and with the bike races in 2015, and we delight in the fact that we're going to be connected to Williamsburg with this Capitol Trail, and it's going to bring another dimension to the wonderful city that all of us call home, and we are delighted that it's going to happen. I want to also highlight the remarkable grassroots efforts. We've talked about all of the organizations, but there are a lot of grassroots efforts and grassroots individuals by some local residents who are here today who have really pitched in to make this day possible. And so the hiking group, the James River Hikers, are any of them here today? Okay. We really want to thank you for your contribution, along with other local groups. You played a big role in the renovations of Chapel Island, and we want you to know that your efforts have not gone unnoticed. And also, Dr. Merrifield, we want to recognize Parks and Recreation and all of the persons who work with you. I understand that about 1,200 hours was spent in getting us to where we are today. And so we really want to commend you and your people for the fine job that you have done. So this is a monumental celebration. Yes, let's give them a round of applause. A monumental celebration that gets us one step closer to where we need to be to get ready for 2015, and one step closer to us building a better Richmond, and one step closer to us being able to affirm that we are a Tier 1 city. And with that, we're going to cut this ribbon. Okay?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to greet a couple of elected officials who've also joined us here today. Councilman John Beliles, Councilman Parker Agilesto, and Delegate Betsy Carr. If those of you who would be with us to cut the ribbon, please come up. Come on over. Let's jump right here in the mayor, right here.
You want to mention Tom Farrell?
Yes, he's
Mayor got a big scissors. Mayor got big scissors.
Come on over, Tom.
Yeah, that's what we get.
Tall guys in the back.
close to position.
Are we ready? Let's count that back from 3. 3, 2, 1.